In most manhwas, the protagonist is generally a kind and caring person who stays on the path of good no matter what situations he has to go through, but there are instances where a manhwa works better with a villainous main character. These manhwas let readers empathize with the characters who torment and seek to ruin others. So today I will be recommending you all top 10 manhwa and manhwa where the main character is a villain or anti-hero. So let's start a list.
But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
Coming at number 10, we have Keys. One tragic night, Kane survives a brutal assault when an unknown being known as the Key saves his life. With his chance at a normal life long gone, Kane accepts his fate as a key holder who possesses remarkable supernatural power. But this power comes with a price. The key inhabiting Kane has its own goal: the eradication of every other key. Now Kane must harness the true strength of his key to find and exterminate all the evil keys. The art of this manhwa is average and its storyline is decent. The main character is dumb and refuses to hurt the people who try to harm him. The action scenes are decent, but the side characters are nothing great. So you can give it a try if you have nothing else to read. Coming at number 9, we have How to Live as a Villain. The protagonist Sung-Goon was suddenly transported to another world where he was forced to participate in a survival game. Later, he was sent to a different fantasy world where people either support or kill each other. This manhwa is about his journey as he uses his wickedness and crude tricks to become all-powerful and finally succeeds in becoming a god's successor. The art of this manhwa is good and its story is pretty decent. The main character is clever and thinks carefully before doing anything dangerous. He uses people for his own benefit and kills others if they become an obstacle in his path. So if you like manhwa with a smart and evil main character, then you should definitely check this one out. Coming at number 8, we have I Am an Evil God. The protagonist Ziyan crosses over to a different world. Upon transmigration, he falls into the hands of a powerful vixen who was lusting after his body. In order to preserve his life force and avoid dual cultivation, he travels between various realms using his cheat system and eventually becomes an evil god. This is a very unique reincarnation manhwa. Both its art and its story is good, and unlike other cultivation world manhwas, the main character here has to overcome many challenges in order to become stronger. He travels to different worlds in order to complete his missions and gets otherworldly skills in return. He is both smart and cunning and uses people to his advantage. So give it a read, I am sure you'll like it. Coming at number 7, we have Journey to Heaven. It had been 1,000 years since the war against the demonic creatures, but despite all that, many battles were still fought in the world. This is the story of Li Jiang, a cultivator who travels through provinces which were engulfed by war in search of a legendary killing. Watch him as he makes a living by fulfilling commissions of killing monsters and gets closer to completing his missions. This manhwa feels like other generic cultivation manhwa at first, but it's way different than them. The main character is an overpowered demon hunter who only helps other people if he gets something in return. The world building of this manhwa is also amazing, so give it a try if you want to read something different. Coming at number 6, we have The Villain. Brent was a high schooler who was the strongest student of Busan. However, one day he had to move to Seoul due to his family circumstances, and now he decides to take over Seoul after getting to know about a first-year student that took over the entire area and proved that he is the strongest. Both the art and the story of this manhwa is good. The main character is strong right from the start and defeats most of his opponents without breaking a sweat. The side characters are written nicely and the well-drawn action scenes make this manhwa much more entertaining. Coming at number 5, we have Asa. Throughout history, humans had been at war with demons who were banished to live in the barren lands for their sins. One day, the king of the demons, Azazel, gets captured by the imperial hunters led by General Muryang. But contrary to the general's initial beliefs, Azazel wasn't the cold-hearted monster the legends had made him out to be. In fact, he showed compassion for his fellow demons who had been ruthlessly hunted down by the humans. Now Azazel plans to use the general to turn him against the crown prince and put an end to centuries worth of conflict. This is a fantasy manhwa with a unique world building. The main character acts like a naive and harmless demon but is actually very cunning and ruthless. The side characters are well portrayed and all of them are quite memorable. So if you like fantasy manhwa, then give this one a read. Coming at number 4, we have Mukyang, Dark Lady. The exceptional martial artist and the leader of the demonic cell Mukyang ends up in a strange fantasy world after falling victim to a curse cast by his enemies, the Blood Sect. But when Mukyang's incredible control over ki and mana becomes known, he gets cursed once again and this time turns into the person he hates. Now he must find a way to return to his original self and return to his hometown using the magic of this world. This manhwa is sequel to Mukyang, the origin. Its art is a bit old-fashioned but good, and although its story turns a bit boring after a few chapters, keep reading it as it becomes better in the later chapters. The main character is overpowered at the beginning but gets weaker after getting cursed. The side characters are nice and they help the main character whenever they can. Coming at number 3 we have The Hero Has Returned. After saving the world, hero Kim Min-soo returns to Earth only to find out that he had lost everything. So he decides to destroy the world to make other people feel the same pain he had to go through. In his rampage, he kills a teenager named Park Jong-soo and his family. But instead of dying normally, Jong-soo gets transported to another world, where he finds that he is now a hero himself. After killing the demon of that world and honing his skills, Jong-soo returns to Earth, hell-bent on revenge against Min-soo. Both the art and the story of this manhwa is really good. It has two main characters and the story often transitions from one main character to another. The side characters are great and the sad backstory will make you sympathize with their actions. Coming at number 2 we have Villain to Kill. Cassian Lee was a very powerful psyker that always protected the people wherever they were in danger. But one day when he visits his friend in Greece, he sees his friend getting hunted down by powerful psychers and ends up getting killed while trying to save him. But that was not his end, as he wakes up in the body of a Korean high school boy who had the potential to become a catastrophe class villain. Both the art and the story of this manhwa is really good. The main character is both smart and strong, and despite being a villain, he doesn't let his emotions control him. The side characters are well thought out and they help the main character after seeing what he is truly capable of. The fight scenes are also really amazing and they will keep you entertained throughout the story. Coming at number 1 we have Rooftop Swordmaster. After getting beaten up and put into a coma by his classmates, Soo Young wakes up 9 months later only to find out that his parents had committed suicide in an attempt to get justice for him. But because of their influential families, the criminals got away without receiving a proper sentence and the case was brought to a close. A few years later, Soo Young gets a chance to fulfill his revenge when he finds a gigantic sword embedded in the roof of his apartment. This manhwa is a masterpiece. Its story is just amazing and its art style suits its plot. The main character goes through major character development and turns into a badass who wasn't afraid of killing anyone. The side characters are all arrogant at the beginning, but they come to know their place after witnessing the true power of the main character. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.